10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Here.
Hello.
I'm always scared, and every time I start this, I have my mic muted, and I like put all my hype into the first thing, and I'm like, I'm muted. Okay, that was great, and I was like, just had to share that with the world. I got really frustrated now. And there's a cat party outside, so if you hear like a busy meow thing,
5 seconds remaining.
Not coming from my house.
Right.
Reserve time.
Yeah, and there we see the Wisp ban by Vega. Not surprising. I mean, Wisp is like, the team is known for playing Wisp, but usually gets first ban against them pretty much every game. Obviously, like we mentioned, Cloud9 are not very known for playing the Wisp, which is why it was let through. But yeah, now Vega realized, okay, Cloud9 have some Wisp strats, they know how to run it, we don't want to deal with it, and just ban it.
And this duo is something that I saw Vega running in both games last time.
Radiant team ban.
And they did really well with it. Just the setup for the Lesh, and then the amount of push that this hero provides.
Did they run the Lesh as a support or a core?
Yeah, they ran it as a support. That was C-mode.
10 seconds remaining.
Right, yeah. Makes sense. Although I have to say,
5 seconds remaining.
Already looking at the first picks, I would favor Cloud9 from here. Of course, the drafts can go anyway from here, but
Dire team ban.
what Keeper of the Light gives you is he's simply the best lane pusher in the game, obviously. Illuminate is amazing for that. That's why we'll max out Illuminate, and especially with ever since the rework of the Chakra Magic reducing cooldown, it allows you to just click cast 2 Illuminates and basically wipe creep waves in no time.
Remaining.
And if you look at these Vega supports, Shadow Demon Leshrac, I mean, as you mentioned, it's very strong. Sure, you can tank people, we have a lot of damage, etc. But they're both squishy, and more importantly, in order to gank someone, you need to actually push out your lane. Because if all the creeps are hitting your towers constantly, then it's gonna be very obvious if you're missing off the map trying to kill someone. And when it comes to pushing lanes, Leshrac is pretty decent at it. Bit less so as a support, to get level 6. But Shadow Demon is not very good at it either, because he probably will not be maxing the poison. So...
Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Okay, so the way they play, like, they snowball with the towers and transitions into a bit of a core. Should be interesting to see. But yeah, again, still, like, it's very hard to tell from now how the class will go.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, basically Cloud9, I would say,
5 seconds remaining.
A bit more versatile. Like, they cover 2 major necessities in any draft. Like, they have the LD, which is their building hitter, so to speak. You have a ranged physical DPS that takes towers and like gives you the push you need. And they have Koro, which is both the D push and the the lanes, push or whatever you want to call it, and so those are like two big parts of the draft covered. And what they need now is basically just some team fights, some stunts, some catch.
Radiant team
Whereas
pick.
Vega, yeah, well, I mean Vega, yeah. I mean, I could be a bit biased. Like LD
10
is just
seconds remaining.
LD is a very annoying hero to play against. And
5 seconds remaining.
personally, I still don't think he's entirely balanced, but we'll see. I know for sure though
Reserve
that
time.
Ace plays him extremely well. I mean, honestly, I can't remember the last time I saw a game where Ace didn't do really well. He seems to be the most consistent player on C9. Sorry about that.
League's assassin.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So
Reserve time.
we're assuming that it's a mid Nyx. Yeah, I like that a bit more than the offlane Nyx in this case. Because again, like going back to the lane pushing thing, it's very important, and most mid heroes are not great lane pushers. It's usually some kind of offlane hero like a Sand King or a Bat or a Timber or that stuff. And you have a Nyx on the offlane, you're getting pickoffs, but like then your offlaner basically provides zero lane push, and yeah. Again, getting pickoffs is quite difficult if you're always being pressured at your towers. So if this were to mid Nyx, then yeah, I like that option more. And it's I mean, they're leaving their options open. Like, I don't think Vega already decided where the Nyx is gonna be.
Radiant team pick.
And I guess another benefit of the core Nyx is like he does fall off a little bit, but if you have a position for Leshrac, he can then like pick up the slack and become more of a farmer towards the late game, get more of the items. Because Nyx is obviously doesn't really need that many items
10
to do a
seconds
job.
remaining.
Now Doom,
5 seconds remaining.
definitely quite surprised by this. I generally haven't seen
Reserve
Doom
time.
really do well patch any game. There are a couple of teams that like him, but yeah, it's I have no idea what Cloud9 want to do with this. I assume it's an offlane Doom because like obviously they already have the Koro, which usually is the position 4. So I don't think it's gonna be a support Doom. Yeah, it could be. If it's an offlaner,
Dire team
could also
pick.
just have him as this the aura carrier. He might just go for like pipe greaves and stuff and be the tank or something, and enable his team. There's obviously the somewhat cool interaction of like making it dangerous for Nyx to go for
Radiant
Ags, because
team
if
ban.
he gets doomed while he's burrowed, he becomes useless. It's one of those things.
10 seconds
But on the other
remaining.
hand, Doom with the Scorched Earth is like someone that's
Dire team
guaranteed to
ban.
get Carapace in every fight. That's another important thing to keep in mind. Like, what makes Nyx good is if the enemies have these AoE damaging spells that they can't really control, which makes it very easy for you to stun them with Carapace. And obviously you already have one stun, and like being able to like
10
Carapace
seconds
then
remaining.
impale multiple people, it's what makes a good Nyx game.
seconds
Lone Druid
remaining.
doesn't have that inherently, but it's a very common Maelstrom into
Reserve
Mjolnir
time.
hero. And once he gets that, it's gonna be another thing that's guaranteed to hit the Nyx in
10
fights
seconds
and guaranteed
remaining.
to get him Carapace. But now
5
this...
seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Yeah. Honestly, I like Vega's draft of the Invoker. I
Radiant
think
team
teams are
pick.
definitely overrating Invoker a bit lately. It's this kind of hero that you have to play around, but takes so long to come online. Like, of course, everyone has seen, for example, Liquid running really well. Their Invoker gets
10
really farmed and
seconds
just takes over
remaining.
the game at some point. But to get to that stage,
5
you need to
seconds
play the early game
remaining.
extremely well in order not to get run over. And yeah,
Reserve
we
time.
might just see a repeat of the last game because this last big Jugger, they just have a ton of healing, ton of sustain, ton of push. Okay, Ursa response. I mean, again, it's like it's a carry that, you know, it's not a real hard carry. It's a position 2 carry, more like give the Invoker space. It goes up well against the Jugger, the Doom especially. It's okay against Lone Druid, but yeah, between the Bear and the Keeper of the Light, it might be a bit hard for Ursa to targets, but they do have a lot of disables, so it's definitely not a bad Ursa game. But I'm still worried for because like Cloud9 have like a bunch of heals and a bunch of ways to keep each other alive. It means they are gonna 5-man
10
at some
seconds
point.
remaining.
Jugger and LD are gonna right click the tower, and from there, what do
5
Vega actually
seconds
do?
remaining.
None of their heroes are that great at taking 5-on-5 fights. Only Invoker that gets reformed, which will not be soon.
Feels like
not being the early game.
they need, I don't know, they need everything to connect in the first 10-15 minutes. And if that doesn't happen, that's going to be a very hard game. Because at what? I think around 10 minutes, Cloud9 are just going to group up and... What you said, Vega, what are they going to do? They're going to throw lightning? I don't even think you skill it on a support list.
Yeah.
Even that is not going to be up. So maybe tornado, some poison.
Well, one weakness though of Cloud9's lineup is that they basically have 0 stuns, which is something you don't see too commonly. And what that means is that it should be fairly easy for Vega to actually push them. Sure, there's the Doom, who he might catch you, but it's a support Doom, so he's not going to be getting any Blink or Shadow Blade, any reasonable timing. And well, Ursa might not be the greatest pusher. Invoker is decent at pressuring towers, and Leshrac, as we mentioned, is obviously amazing at it. I mean, Edict is just... Level 4 Edict just takes a tier 1 tower, almost from full. And I would imagine that Teemo is going to be doing a lot of split pushing and farming and pressuring towers.
I have a serious issue.
Yeah, so it might be hard for C9 to actually punish this Leshrac when he just goes for some towers on his own. Because what can they really do? Like, they can run at him and then he runs away. And Leshrac is a very fast hero. He has 325 base movement speed, I believe. And I don't really see the Cloud9 heroes being able to like punish him easily and catch him. Maybe Lone Druid can match his movement speed, but then again, like Lone Druid can't just run into him because he's gonna be afraid of them getting caught by some Nyx or Ursa. So yeah, I would say definitely Leshrac is kind of the key hero here for Vega. Can get a lot of like early split push going on, like trade a lot of towers. Cloud9 might just miss their timing, and if the Invoker reaches like his farm state, let's say 25 minutes or so, where he has like Boots of Travel, Midas, Aghanim's, some decent like levels, and you know on his way to his 4th item. But then I think Cloud9 might actually run into some issues. So yeah, we'll have to see how the lanes go.
I have absolutely no idea what just happened, but I apologize very much if I killed any ears in the process. We're good, and the dog is fine.
As long as the dog is fine.
Yeah, my brother decided to come for a surprise visit for something. My dog does not like it when unexpected people knock on the door. And my mini heart attack.
30 seconds to battle.
And we're in. So I have no idea what you said, so I'm gonna apologize again and say that if I'm gonna repeat something or anything, you can just yell at me.
Okay, well, the summary of what I mentioned is I think the Leshrac is the most important hero to look at for Vega because he will be doing, he's like their biggest tower damage. He's gonna be doing some spushing, I imagine, in the early game. Cloud9 don't have stuns, so no good ways to catch him. So he should be able to get a lot done.
I'm really hoping that Vega are going to be able to come back from what happened the first game and to get this game, especially after the performance that Seema had the last couple of times that I saw him on Lesh. One of them they didn't win, I believe, but he still had an amazing performance. So I'm definitely looking forward to see that.
What's a little bit funny to point out is that Keeper of the Light with Windlace has 15 more movement speed than Shadow Demon with Boots of speed.
Coddle is the best hero in the game. It just took some time for teams to realize that.
Oh, very nice move by SD Joe. Just runs in the trees, reads, patient. Does
He had locked in place now.
called.
That's the follow-up stun. There's gonna be some damage, but he is blocked. And okay, he's gonna do a lot of damage while going down. But he is still gonna be the first blood. How? It didn't look like he's blocked, hard to say.
When he's next to a cliff like that, like this little river cliff, it's fairly easy to do, especially with two heroes. And they might just go for it again. They are scared of the Illuminate.
They have their spells up, and Ursa is oh, Seema. I don't think he meant to tank that one. But with Ursa in the lane, it's just super dangerous. Even though it's an Abaddon and he's very strong in the offlane and very annoying.
I mean, it sucks a bit, but I think C9 are like they don't care that much. Again, they're trying to accomplish here is to just the waves pushed out with Diamond Shield on the creeps and Illuminates. It's not actually off the mark. Even if it hits, like Shield will remove it instantly. They can never go on the Keeper. They can only go on Abaddon. And Abaddon is tanky. Yeah, let's take a look at the other lanes. Mid is only a little bit favored by LD. I think this matchup, LD should be leading in CS a bit more. In fact, G is equal and even has denies. But yeah, mid will mostly be trading farm. Obviously the big breaking point is when Lodred gets level 5, the level 3 bear has Entangle, and that's where G needs to be a lot more careful and might even just move into the jungle so there's no risk of some Entangles and him dying.
Hey, he is level 4 this time, so if he retires to the jungle, I think he's happy. After the level 2 jungle last time in the lane that he couldn't even hit creep.
This is definitely like a far better start for the Invoker, so that timing I was mentioning, the crucial timing where he gets online and is able to start like dominating team fights, we're gonna reach that point a lot sooner. And as for this top lane, it's actually doing a really good job. I mean, you know, 12 CS, actually pressuring Ace a little bit. Of course, Doom not the best hero at zoning, and it looks like Riot is not even bothering trying to zone the Nyx. Nyx is a pretty hard hero to zone with this high base region. So Rise is just prioritizing getting his own levels, his own farm up.
I really like it though that they're running this dual offlane, because when you run a Shadow Demon Lesh, okay, they are going for another kill. Now there is a shield ready though, the shield is going to come out and Noya is going to walk away, but that's the thing, they don't really allow the Lesh and Shadow Demon to actually rotate around and try to get mid maybe go on top. Like, they're just stuck in this lane trying to go for kills. And at this point, it's really hard. Just kidding,
exactly.
Guys. One more hit, and that's gonna be a You know,
yeah.
I said it, so he had to go.
That was a bit of a nice, like, bait kind of play by Dichara. He ran, like, a circle around the trees. Then he was just on the creeps, and then suddenly his beats and sprints at the battle. Yeah, still like, I mean, a couple kills on his bottom lane, but again, it doesn't change too much. It did both go to the Ursa though. We mentioned last game, like Ursa is not a hero you wanna hit snowball harder than he will. He is bound to snowball, but you don't want to give him extra kills. It looks like Ryze just left top lane altogether. And with his level 4, he's gonna be smoking up solo to getting to bottom.
89, we're gonna go on him. Soul Catcher is gonna connect the Sunset. It's gonna do tons of damage, but Clear Fire and just walking back. I'm even surprised that he played so aggressively. And meanwhile, bottom lane, I think Ditch or Raw might be in a lot of trouble. Ryze is gonna make a rotation, but Hestejo taking a lot of damage. And Ditch or Raw is the one getting the kills. I don't even know if they can get a return kill here. He is so fast.
So fast, yeah, and they're already beat up. I kind of missed exactly how that went. Looks like a bit of a miscommunication. Ryze was on the other side. And, I mean, Abaddon, like he has a shield. He's somewhat survivable, but if you let the Fury Swipe stack up, you're obviously gonna die. Yeah.
Neko, maybe this is time for C9 to get on that board. So Neko, well, he's just gonna create space. He's running away, he's pretty speedy, he's trying to juke them up the hill somehow. I'm not sure what that was, but it was more time wasted. He's gonna die, but should be completely fine with it.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, like, Vega first picked this SD Lesh, and C9's response was basically to pick cores that can't really get killed by it. You have the Lone Druid, who simply sends his bear on the Lesh rack and rolls him away, so there's no stun follow-up. The Jugger who can spin out of it, and you have Avalon who can, like, shield. But on the other hand, Vega also have an Invoker who is just farming, and that's a hero, like, you don't want to let him farm. And even if SD Lesh are not getting kills, they're still applying pressure. They're still forcing people to, you know, help each other and like on the defensive, and that gives Invoker space. G is already level 7. It's like at the top of the network, more or less, which is where you want to be as an Invoker.
I feel like when it comes to the last hits, if you ignore for a second the great start when it comes to kills, Caldown are doing pretty okay.
Yeah, they're doing okay, but yeah, it's gonna be all about this timing of theirs when they actually start going to this.
Talking about that, Hestejo is getting blown up basically, but there is a huge rotation coming here, so they should get the kill on Sioma. Don't think they're gonna get anything else.
Nice body blocks. Oh yeah, it's a kill. Yeah, still though, I would say the pressure is a little bit on C9 to actually get some early towers, because they don't have great answers for this, for a farmed Invoker.
What is their timing? They're waiting for some specific item or just a bit more levels on their supports, and then they can go, because they can definitely group up. They have an amazing 5-man lineup.
Yeah, I mean their heroes and style in general is a little bit unusual, so I'm not entirely sure. Like, a lot of people would like to see rush the Aghanims. So I was actually going for a 4-staff first, so they're not waiting for that really quick photo Aghanims or anything. Yeah, Balan is actually quite far behind. He doesn't even have boots yet. He is leveling the passive though, which is a lot of pushing. It's a surprisingly good pushing spell, because bonus attack speed to everyone hitting the first target. So it's kind of like a Beastmaster aura when you're pushing towers.
Mag getting some information with his, I think this is the first vendetta, maybe the second.
The coin of the realm.
But yeah, one issue I see for Cloud9 is that when your lineup is based around, like, you don't have stunts, you have very good pushing though, so your lineup is based around 5-manning and pushing towers. When you do that, you have to actually be able to take a fight if the enemy runs at you as 5. And the way they want to take fights with the heroes is to outlast them, like have the heals, have the saves, keep each other alive. And to do that, you kind of want items like mech and pipe, the reasonable timing on your heroes. And from the looks of it, this Abaddon is so far behind. He's not going to be getting any similar items, like no Vlads, nothing. anytime soon. And same for the Doom. Like Doom has been running around trying to make kills happen. Also has just Tranquil Boots win lays at 9 minutes. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
if there's also not going to be an Aghanim on Carol, I'm trying to wonder like who's actually going to get these items that will clean them in these 5-on-5 fights. I think the healing ward alone is not going to cover.
Like, oh, this you're wrong? Well, maybe it's getting baited, but it looks like it's exactly what Vega wanted to happen. And that's what I mentioned during the draft. They have this timing where they got pretty much everything they wanted from the lanes. They got a lot of kills on the Jira, the offlane went pretty well, G is getting farmed, so they're all doing really well. And
under attack.
oh, Riot. He is gonna heal up. He's pretty tanky and he's pretty quick. They got the tier 1 tower and yeah, Vega are just gonna back off knowing that there are a few more heroes around there.
Yeah, Dichira went for the Dominator as opposed to the Blink we saw from Ace last game on the Ursa. I think it's a pretty good indicator that realized they don't have to make anything happen. Like they have the Invoker who's farming and Cloud9 are the ones with the pushing lineup, so Cloud9 will run into them. And the Dominator is just a better item for actually taking fights. Dichira doesn't have to actually blink or after people chase them with his Ursa. His team will set them up for him in fights. Obviously he'll still get the blink, but getting the Dominator first.
Go in on it. The spin was actually not there, and that's gonna be a very easy pick off on Ace.
Oh, I messed up kill. Was that a impel into her?
No, he actually took the Vendetta hit, which was ambitious, I want to say, because in most cases you can just get the spin and then that gank is completely over, but he didn't fit. Not in time. In mid lane as well. Oh, baby nice. He's gonna get bridge up. G wasn't really ready for it. They are gonna do a lot of damage to him, and that should be enough. He's taking down the bear.
Actually, still getting man. The Laundry Delusions and the level 2 Soul Catcher doing work there. G actually had no mana for the Sunstrike, but Cold's not cool enough. And yeah, 11 minutes in, I mean, Invoker has Midas. He's already about halfway to his Aghanims. Just looking like really good timing. Vega.
Vega not with the smoke, but they split up. Sonic
probably gonna be a solo Roche while or a play on the top lane. Track them. Yeah, I think like Sima is gonna go for some kind of suicidal dive here. Tower. He might get a kill, he might just feed, doesn't really matter. Like, gonna keep C9 occupied while Ursa takes the Roche.
At this point, even if they know that they're rushing, I don't know if they actually want to run into them like this.
Go off the marks. And yeah,
Sima
was up 6. Ooh, almost got the kill there.
How is he? Oh my,
he's level 8. 3 levels higher than Cloud9's offlaner.
I feel like they're in a very bad position. Ace was running into the jungle and maybe looking for a pickoff, and a Shadow Demon was enough to scare him off. And they also have basically 0 vision right now out.
Well, Cloud9 are ahead of tower though, taking bottom tier 1. Yeah, the question is whether that's enough at the 13-minute mark, what kind of lineup they have. Oh, they drop Blinks for it, finds Moira. Carapace stun as well, that's
that you heard not my warnings.
played.
Yeah, they are doing it. We both thought that it might look like game 1, where Cloud9 are just gonna run at them and they're not gonna be able to do that much, but this time Geek a lot of the lane and they're just getting so much done right now. They're starting to even out the towers. They finally got their first tower down.
The big difference is that Invoker actually has a presence this game. Like he's top of the net worth, head in levels, he has really good farm, and you know, like he actually can hold his own on the lane. He was like doing fine, even like out-CSing the lone druid. Whereas in the last game, being forced to jungle at level 2, it's gonna be very difficult.
They do have the main storm up on Baby Knight, so that's at least one item that they have out. Other than that, I don't think got anything. They're all so scared with no vision and with the talking about scared. That's gonna be mag. That's gonna be a jump. They used approximately 3 spells too much. And just another easy kill for them, and that might be the next one. Rise can't really print that one off, but they're too scared to walk up to the shrine.
Yeah, that's a very farm mix too, actually. It has a meter game boost, 14 minutes. Some gold on top of it.
Is it gonna be a Midas? Oh, the dance. Oh, I got to see the dance. Okay, I'm happy. It's gonna be over, basically.
And then Walker has his Agnum's completed, flying out him on the courier, 14 minutes in. That's couldn't really ask for a better timing than that.
Dire's middle
They have mana for all of that. It feels like for the last 5 minutes he's just running around with no mana.
I mean, it does actually help. Like, not only does it boost your mana, but it removes the mana cost on Invoke. So it does help quite a bit with mana issues. And obviously making Sunstrike even stronger now. It's pretty much the max level Sunstrike. Old Spell Lamp, it's hitting for 565 pure damage right now. And that's, yeah, Sunstrike basically deals like 4/5 of Moya's HP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
About an hour trying to go for the 5-man plane now. The TPs are coming back. They're taking to the tier 3 though. That's gonna be a bit of an awkward position to initiate from. Do have everyone coming back here. Almost. G's still back, and they might just get a free tier 2 tower from this. Ditch your Rod jumping forward.
Yeah, he has the ages. I think Don and I were trying to get the tower and then
run the hell away, but Mag is gonna get a 3-man impale onto the tower. Can they follow up on this on the bear? It's almost dead already. Ditchera is gonna get that one. One is down, the second one is down as well. Ace is gonna drop super easily. Didn't even look like a Juggernaut, and with Estijo, that's gonna be 4-man down. Ouch. That's
yeah, I mean that impale by Mag was just beautiful. Yeah, Cloud9 were in an awkward, like, it was obvious, as I mentioned, they kind of have to get these early towers, line up a spot, but spiking Vega is not really an option at this point. Also, very nice mana burn by Mag on the Jugger. Ace was out of mana and couldn't even get the Omni Sash off. And that's one of Jugger's weaknesses, early game especially. He has mana issues. Single mana burn from
Dire's
any
top
spell
tower is under attack.
leaves him out of mana to use his ult.
Poor Noya. I feel so bad for him. That's such a sad way to die. He did lose the Aegis, and I think it's really interesting because Mag is going for use. He's not even going like a greedy route. No Midas, no, I don't know, even a 4-staff. I use, by the way. I'm trying to. I'm looking at. I'm like.
Oh, one of the best to use is like it's against the Avalon. You don't want to focus him obviously because of his ult, but if you don't focus him, he's gonna save other people. So what you do is like you jump the guy in front and then you use the Avalon in the back line, so you can't shield them, can't heal them, and you can kill whoever you want. I think that's the best use. I mean, other than that, it's just a catch. Like it's a way to make your own impale reliable.
Oh, come on, he doesn't need that. After that impale, I think he's fine. That fight, it looked for a second that it's gonna be fine for P9. But they're gonna get the tower and they're gonna back off, and that impale from Mag just enabled everything that happened after. And Lesh, that's what I told you about Seema. He doesn't look like a support when he's playing this hero. I don't know how he's doing it. Yes, he's not mega farmed, but he is very farmed for support. And oh, jump forward. Pale's not gonna hit, so Baby Knight is gonna be okay.
Well, the hero naturally farms quick with Pulse Nova. The new jumps are quite nice because they actually give mana regen now. Obviously, it's also good, like 5-man fighting item, which is what they most need. The Walker does all the split pushing. And we're gonna see Blink on the Evoker soon. G went for the gain talent. I think Double Forge would have been decent this game, but I guess they feel that like so far ahead, you know, just go for the XP talent, get this like level 25 even quicker, and sort of try to ball their advantage into a fast win. Because the colonized lineup, it is still like not weak in the late game. It's just that they don't really have anywhere to farm right now. Only one farming is Baby Knight basically, and Ace here and there.
Ace is getting slowly gonna get impaled again. He did get the spin off, but it doesn't even matter. This year raw with the damage, and to follow up, they're not gonna get anything in return. So it's just gonna be a pick off, and this time on Ace.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's really hard to. When like it was a bait, Abaddon was right behind him. Jugger is normally
Dire's top tower is under
pretty hard
attack.
to carry to kill, and especially if you have an Abaddon behind you, you're baiting, and you just still die, even with your team behind you. It's quite demoralizing.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And he's just not getting punished. I think that's the super tilting. Just jumping in, and now Mag again. He is not gonna connect with the impale. Hestijo is gonna get some mana and shield himself, but they're just in a very defensive position. The Sunstrike is gonna find him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
My family.
Definitely a different game for G on his Invoker.
Oh, he might actually get doomed here. Oh,
So
the Doom animation didn't even start. Like, he is out of mana again though, as we mentioned.
I told you.
He'll be going for the link because he can pick up the Void Stone from the side shop if he wants to.
He's gonna get better now because he's getting levels, but he got that access so early that funny. They should have Roche up for
under attack.
about a minute and a half. I don't feel like they need to wait for it, but it's definitely gonna be a nice addition.
Rise is trying to go for the mech. Doesn't look like he's gonna have it soon. And at this stage, just they got complete control over the map. All the lanes are pushed into the side. Coral
Dire's middle tower is
does have
under
that max
attack.
blast and chakra online, but doesn't really do much of the stage win. So easy.
Like, look at Saneko. Saneko is completely alone in the top lane. Just waiting in the trees, trying to see maybe they can make something happen against Jug. All his spells are pretty low cooldown, so he doesn't care that much. Just going for it and trying. And
I mean, he almost died. Was the Sunstrike actually off the mark? Or I think
they didn't get the Soul Catcher on him. The creeps
okay, that's-
aggroed, and then he didn't get the Soul Catcher, so not enough
I mean,
damage. I think if they
looking
get the
at
Soul
his
Catcher, there he dies.
yeah. Because the Sunstrike deals it's like 600 something, about 600 pure damage. So let's see. Alright, 575. And yeah, boosted by Soul Catcher. I mean, that's like 900 damage. Jugger only has so much HP.
They want to kill the Tira. Rise is
Oh,
running
stop
in.
from
They're gonna
this.
get the Doom
There's
off.
no
There are a lot of heroes around him, and they are gonna get a kill on Ace again. But maybe finally they're gonna get the Tira. That's gonna be a huge kill, and that's gonna go to Baby Knight. So they lost Ace, but still, I think they should be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, Lone Druid is pretty much their only hope. Nova does have Aghanims in his quick buy, so we will start working on it, but 23 minutes in, not a single component. It's, yeah, not the timing you're looking for as a Coral.
Dire's middle tower is
Sad
under
for
attack.
all the calls of the world.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Just can't catch a break. Vega, they're feeling so confident, and now the Soul Catcher, the Sunstrike, the heroes just
It just
disappear.
blew up. Yeah.
It doesn't even look like anything is hitting. It was like he was disrupted and then he was dead.
Yeah, if
That's
he is cursed, yeah, the Sunstrike is actually more than his max.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Too
why
bad.
I'm questioning the 4-star decision a little bit. It was never a bad item, but in a game like this, could have tried
mean,
to.
They want to kite
farming
the
for it.
Ursa. That's the dream. But the thing is that they have so many other issues other than Ditchera.
Yeah.
Roshan has fallen.
I mean, obviously, at this point in the game, like, no item is gonna make a huge difference. Maybe if they gave Cuddle farming priority over the Avalon. Could have gotten that very fast. 2-minute Aghanims.
Now the game is a lot harder. G has a Linken's, Ditchera is even building a Linken's of his own. Not that far away from it, and this Invoker is mega rich. You're gonna be really hard to get the Doom on him.
Yeah.
I don't know how they deal with this.
The one item they're waiting on is Baby Knight's BKB. I think they'll try to take a fight with that, and if that doesn't work, probably their last hope in the team. But right now it's quite hard because I said like this owner, it's gonna hit Nyx and the Carapace will stun Baby Knight and the majority of their damage.
They're running forward now. Okay, they're gonna get that ward. That is one nice thing going for C9. Vega are waiting really patiently on this one. No one's jumping in. Ditchera, he can just make the jump, but play it safe. He still has his Aegis, and they're gonna smoke. Illusion maybe gonna make them feel a little bit safe, so Neko is gonna get revealed by that smoke. Now jump forward, they're gonna find Right, he's gonna get bashed up, the 4-staff away, maybe that's gonna save them. Seema is on the cliff, I think he's pretty happy there. We're gonna get the kill on the Doom. Ace now looking for a target to maybe try to kill the EMP. He's gonna split up this fight. Seema is still on the cliff, by the way. He's just doing his thing, he's stunning the bear, he's having a little bit of fun. They are gonna find him, he's gonna use though, so he's not gonna go down yet. Now they're gonna find the Aegis. The Omni Slash on G, not enough to kill, and now the Shira, he found Ace. That's the big kill that they want. He's gonna get fast up, 4-step away, Manta. This is looking to be a pretty good fight for C9, much better than they could have hoped for, and now the Shira.
I think it's because if they get a root here on Ditchera,
they're trying, he's trying his hardest to get a root on him. Uses his ultimate, they have the vision on him, Noya is around here as well. The misses and everything, a little bit more damage, and finally Baby Knight is going to find a second kill on him. Ended up being a 2-for-1, I think.
yeah, that's I mean, you can look at this gold swing, 2k gold for Kalman. They only lost their Doom. It's amazing fight, all things considered.
What happened there? Like, I feel like they shouldn't be able to win any team fight.
Well, the
Not
thing
with
is,
being so far behind.
they didn't really blow up anyone at the start.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they jumped Rise on the Doom, and even if they killed him instantly, it would have been okay still for Cloud9 because he doesn't really do that much anyway. Like, he didn't even get the Doom off, so the Doom is not really that important for their lineup function.
Well,
it's just all about this lone druid. And yeah, but he even got 4-stepped away. I don't know, I think Vega just got a little bit impatient there. Like, they're the ones that are ahead, they have an Invoker with boots of travel, they can control the map, push all the lanes. You know, like, they should just be chipping out a tier 3 maybe and trying to just get further ahead, more items.
Oh, the Impale is gonna connect. He actually doesn't have a lot of mana. This Hunter is gonna come in, he's gonna take the damage. Ace is gonna just run away though for the meantime, and now he's gonna get dropped. It's on Mag, Baby Knight. Ditchera is right on him, and that would be his demise. Ditchera looking for more, and he should be able to find it. Now has to go and get stopped as well. He has that ultimate, oh, that's gonna be a little bit nice. Ace
and
running
Ace
forward again.
Killed the
Doesn't
Mag.
have any mana.
Did get the kill on Mag.
Oh, Seema! He found that stun, but Ace has another spin available, but he's just gonna try and finish off the tower. Back to protect it. It's gonna take some time.
His bottom tower is falling.
It was a bit sloppy, I feel, but
Bit of back and
it
forth.
worked.
This time they didn't lose the Ursa and they actually killed Lone Druid, so good. I really liked the draw decision making that fight. We saw the initiation was on the Juggernaut with TSD disruption. He was purged, he was sunstrike, he was quite low HP. And you know, the Ditchera could have just jumped him, but that would be quite deep and he would be far away from the rest of his team. Instead he was patient, he waited for the Lone Druid to move into the fight, and then he just jumped the Lone Druid and beat him down. And yeah, Baby Knight, I mean, he can outrun the Ursa, but he still has to actually deal the damage, so he's not hitting anyone, and like, a rough spot to be in as a lone druid.
How frustrating it is to just watch Mag kill off your wards. They did recover the gem. They initially lost. Seema mid lane might get caught here. Oh, the blink away. He's fine. And Baby Knight, he BKB. They kind of want to take this fight now. Seneko just stalling with that disruption. Mag is in position as well. They don't want to take this fight. They're just going to let Seneko drop.
I mean, well, G is just push top lane. Doesn't really mind.
And now they're doing what you said. G is just running around. He is pushing out lane. Maybe taking fights a little bit less. Just because they don't have to. They're still super far ahead. Over 10k still in net worth.
Yeah, Noya is getting closer to the Aghanim still. Kind of a big deal. Oh, they found Rise. Okay, looks like Ace TPing and you want to get some return kills.
He's trying to go for this one. The mana burn is going to be there again, and the most unlucky bounces on. Yeah, he's rage ping. I don't blame him.
So sad.
I really don't blame him. That was so unlucky.
I mean,
it was like barely in range too, I think.
Yeah, you have to go for it, but that was the worst possible way it could go. One thing I'm a little bit curious about is to see what talent G decides to go for level 25. Obviously Deafening Blast is great and all, but only heroes right clicking are Jugger and Lone Druid. Jugger has a spin, Lone Druid has a BKB. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually goes for the Tornado cooldown, because it is really strong, especially with Octarine. And yeah, he does go for it.
Cooldown right now? 9
seconds.
That's kind of gross, I have to say.
Yeah, it gets reduced to 12, and with Octarine it becomes 9. It's, as I mentioned, like his main job here is to be pushing out these lanes, like forcing the creeps in, and obviously having a 9-second cooldown tornado really helps with that.
If I were him, I would just like stand in tornado stuff. Fun. Do it, I'm sure.
Go.
So the gem is back on Mag. Trying to see if there are any interesting talents. Wonder how long it would take before you can remember talents. Like really well.
Well, the notable ones, or a lot of them are kind of don't really impact the game that much. I mean, I know that Doom, for example, can devour Ancients at 5, but he's not gonna be getting there, so...
Hey, that's a really cool gimmick. Oh, by the way, something that I didn't notice until now, but Noya picked 20 movement speed over 7 strength, level 10. Like 7 strength?
Quite standard on Cuddle, honestly, because if you look at...
HP?
If he gets caught, he's dead. Like, 7 strength, that's 140 HP, you know, it's...
next level scan on top lane. The tornado is gonna be there. There's a huge rotation coming here. They need to break the Lincolns. Rise, they're gonna see him. Now they're gonna break the Lincolns. And now in Rise, oh my god, do they not have detection? Oh my god, they don't have detection. Okay.
They were counting on the Doom, but he was such a slow cast time.
That's very tilting in Baby Knight. He's not gonna be able to TP back to his base. Now he's gonna BKB and, well, G is just gonna TP away. In the meantime, their base is getting destroyed. 3 tower almost down. The stun is gonna connect on the Juggernaut. Seneko gonna go for the TP out. No way to stop him. That no stun lineup is coming back to bite them in the ass. And Vichiraj almost getting Baby Knight. Mag is in their base. He's gonna get fast up. Now the Omnipresence is gonna fly, but he has the Yules. And again, Ace can't really catch a break anywhere. They use BKB, they use Omni Slash, and G was pushing top.
They even wasted the Doom on Ursa Lincolns. So now the one thing that Doom offers this game is gone for 2 minutes. He's literally a walking pack leader's aura at this point.
That is something. The tier 3 tower bottom ended up dropping 2 and looking more and more grim for Cloud now, in honesty. Every team fight.
Okay, the one thing that's kind of nice for them is the Noya Aghanims, which he does have in 15 gold. Just gonna sit in the base and get it. Gonna give them some extra vision. It is time for 2 more minutes. The heal is obviously quite huge as well.
The spirit of the first
But
player.
yeah, one of the great aspects of Kotal is being able to control the map with recalls and like have your heroes just be all over the map. And obviously, if you're stuck in your base, that's pretty much negated entirely. And with the amount of catch and pick off that Vega have, I don't think we can see Baby Knight nor Ace attempt any kind of split push. It's simply too dangerous. So they're just gonna sit in their base, keep darting, and hope for a mistake from Vega.
They need to make quite a huge mistake. And if they push in all the lanes, it feels like the same thing is just gonna happen. G's gonna be top, the rest of them are gonna be somewhere else, maybe taking team fights, and their base is just slowly gonna die. This is my prediction for now.
Pretty much, yeah. And this is the one point where, as an Invoker, you would kind of regret going for the XP talent instead of the Force Spirit, because obviously one extra Force Spirit with all the with the Quas and the Exort maxed, it's quite a bit of damage. With the one thing they're struggling with right now is actually getting these.
I can't believe he did that. Sunstrike, I guess, wasn't ready, but
That's unfortunate.
that was really. That was very sneaky, just jumping into the base.
Yeah, he has the Yules, Yules with Netherlands, massive range.
Oh, he carapassed him. He was waiting.
Okay,
he
yeah,
was waiting for the Illuminate to come in and just jumped into base.
Even more reliable. Yeah. I would say Ace actually hiding in the trees. He's waiting for Mag to do the same now, but the rest of his team is there.
No, is that gonna work out? Vital's gonna jump in. They're gonna fight this Doom again. Doom is out. Doom is not gonna be available for the team fight. So Neko taking a lot of damage. They are gonna get that kill. So a 1-for-1 pick so far. Not too bad for Cena. If they can maybe find something more heals in kill. Is not gonna hit, but Vital again in their base, and they are terrified from this pair. Tornado's gonna fly. Only gonna be on one Vital. The Abyssal Blade and the amount of damage on Ace, almost getting away. Not gonna find it at the end.
Dire's top tower.
They all dropped fairly low, but oh, look at G.
Dire's
Yeah.
Just took another tier 3 tower.
Objective gaming.
Just throwing tornadoes for fun. I told you.
And honestly, like Cloud9 are playing these fights quite well. It's just that they are so far ahead. I mean, Ursa can't really go on them because they have Aegis. Invoker has a Shivas, just do that. Even Leshrac has a Shivas. So at this stage, like the long red right picks are not even that much of a threat anymore.
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
There's like a bunch of Ghost Scepters and Yules and Linkenses, so it's like really hard for Jugger to stick on target.
G, again, he's not that scared. He is gonna get all his mana drained and he's gonna go back to his base, but
yeah, he managed to get the melee rack stop, which is quite big. So that lane is already gonna start pushing in constantly.
and even the range on bottom is gonna be pretty helpful. If C9 were stuck in their base 5 minutes ago, then now they're definitely not going anywhere.
Knight does have a lot of gold saved up though, 4k, so I'm going for an MKB. Obviously when you're this far behind, there's no reason to save flyback. You just wanna big item, whatever big item you can to maybe win a fight. So I guess that's what Cena are waiting for, that MKB up. I'm not sure, is there even any evasion for Vega? Or why is he going for MKB?
Oh, wait. Fioma might get caught here. Uses up. So Neko is running in now. A taking a lot of damage. He's going to go in for the Omni-Side Disruption. C-Might is still not there. The Impel is going to be on 2. That's going to be 2 men down. And no buyback on Ace as well. The Ursa, he's doomed, but he doesn't give... Yeah. But still running in. He's still doomed. There is going to be a buyback from Rise, but he doesn't have Doom up, and I don't know what he's going to be able to do here. Ditchera still running, he still has the Aegis up, so he doesn't even care if he goes down here and Carapace on 2 heroes. That's going to be a dieback on the Doom. Ditchera is back in. He wanted to get his kill on Baby Knight. He is going to find it. There's a buyback on him if he wants to do it, but like this is a bit over for them. Baby Knight is going to buy back. He's going to get Carapace once again, and triple kill for G. Probably the game here. Knight is the only one alive for C9.
Dire's
Yeah,
top
and
barracks are
hold on,
under
they're
attack.
digging.
Radiant
I'll say again, lane stage is really the crucial thing here. I think Cloud9's lineup was similar in the sense that they were really good at grouping up together and just